Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm coming to you today with a new haircut. As you can see, my hair is not normally black. It's actually quite blonde with a bit of brown mixed in. So I'm probably going to keep it this way. Once it gets lighter and lighter and gets back to my original color, I'm going to probably keep it that way. And I'll probably keep it fairly short like this. I generally like short hair for some reason. It feels right. And if you're wondering about the getup, it's for a new show that I'm working on. You probably already know about it, but if you don't, you'll hear from it in the next couple of days or maybe a couple of weeks. So just keep an eye out. Keep a weathered eye out for that. I got a lot of good responses to yesterday's question. First game that wowed you. I totally understand pretty much all of them. I got a lot of people saying Pokemon, and that was pretty cool because growing up, that was a big influence for me too. I mean, when I first got my hands on Pokemon, I didn't put it down. I had to go to summer camp all the fucking time, unfortunately, and I would bring that with me, and those... Shut up. And those camp counselors, they could not pry that Game Boy out of my fucking hands. Not if they killed me. So, Pokemon, big one for me. Today's question is fairly simple. What was your favorite character growing up? Your favorite video game character? And for me, I know it's one of three. Actually, one of four. I'll throw a fourth one in there, but it's probably the Master Chief. I mean, I was in middle school by then, early middle school, so I don't know if he would be my favorite growing up, but probably. I mean, he was my favorite for the longest period, and still is today my favorite video game character. He's just so cool. And even though he's so cool and part of this really massive franchise, he has a huge backstory behind him. He has a lot of depth to him. And in Halo 4, he was explored immensely. His humanity was explored, and I loved that. That's one of the reasons Halo 4 is one of my favorite Halos. Just how much of his humanity we finally got to see. Really awesome character. I'm sure a lot of you will agree with me about the Master Chief. The other three are Sly Cooper. Definitely played Sly Cooper, one of the first PlayStation 2 games that I really got hooked on. Alucard from Castlevania. Yesterday I talked about Castlevania. Alucard, pretty obvious. He's really cool. Just one of the cool characters. No real depth to him, but still kind of a badass, Third one would have to be, and this is going to be a weird one, probably none of you have even heard of this game, but Tonic Trouble, the main character Ed. And he never has any dialogue, but he just makes weird sounds, but I don't know what it is about him. He's just weird, and that was one of the first games I really played as a kid, and actually finished finally. When I was 4, 5, and 6 and whatever, I never finished games because I was just too young and I couldn't figure it out. But Tonic Trouble was one of the first games I ever finished, so that character really grew on me, even though he really had no depth to him and didn't even have any lines, I don't think, and just such a wacky character. He has hands but no arms. He's like Rayman. I think that game was made by the people that made Rayman, but I'm not sure. Probably wrong on that, but I think it's at least in the same line, in the same vein. I don't know. I'll do my research. Anyways, what was your favorite character growing up? Your favorite video game character growing up? I want to know. Comment down below, and I will read it. And as always, cheers.